The city of New Orleans has bequeathed to the world a diversity of notables. Louis Armstrong, Truman Capote, beignets and Sazerac, Mardi Gras, shrimp étouffée and coffee with chicory, the pirate Jean Lafitte and the Battle of New Orleans in 1815. But for us, and you the audience, her extended family at Houston Ballet, the city's most precious gift of all has been dancer Mireille Hassenboehler. She is, as the French would say, né plus ultra, the best there is, the last word. We have watched this exceptional talent for 21 years, and without question she is the best of the best, one of America's reigning ballerinas who has spent her entire illustrious career right here with us. We have watched her grow, blossom, and mature. For all her phenomenal ability, professionalism, and blinding stage presence, Mimi, as she is known to all, is truly the girl next door. Of course, that best of all neighbours would have to possess ethereal charm, down-home grace, steely determination, a ready laugh, and legs for days. But she shines her brightest when displayed in her natural home, the stage of the Wortham Theatre. She is a diva in the best sense of the word. Unassuming offstage, you know where she is by her distinct laugh and easy manner. But put her anywhere on stage, and your eyes are immediately drawn to her. She takes the light, as they say, and you watch her every moment. Over the years, her many partners have learned the hard way that they can't take the spotlight away from her. They have to earn it. New Orleans is a musical city, the home of jazz. It's a city that celebrates joy and sorrow with dance. So it's no surprise that Mimi began the jazz, tap, ballet route at the tender age of 3. Her dance teacher, Cathy Gamble, quickly saw the natural talent, but it was the nutcracker, of course, that seduced impressionable Mimi. The colour, the glamour, the snow, a rarity in New Orleans. She wanted to do that. Later on, when she auditioned for the Nutcracker at the New Orleans Ballet, where she was now taking class, the director Harvey Heisel created a little solo for her as one of the party children. She was hooked. At 9 years old, she started point work because her best friend at the school had already begun, and if Susan could do it, so could she. Now she can't wait to take them off. With her career path decided, young Mimi spent every free hour after school at dance class, Saturday and Sunday included. She received a summer scholarship at the prestigious San Francisco Ballet School when she was 12, and with her mother as chaperone, attended sessions every summer until she was 17. Meanwhile, back home, she had her first starring role as Clara in New Orleans Cincinnati Ballet's production that traveled between those two cities. When she finished her last year of high school in San Francisco, she had to decide where she was going. A best friend from New Orleans and childhood dance schoolmate Tyann Clement had already joined Houston Ballet and advised Mimi to try out there. The training is what we grew up with, and it's close to home, she said. Wisely, Mimi followed her advice, auditioned, and got a job as an apprentice in 1992. And the rest is history, glorious Houston Ballet dance history. She stuck it out, too. A year as an apprentice, 5 years in the corps de ballet, and a soloist for 2. Under Ben Stevenson, the stars were many and promotions few. The company was top-heavy with principals, and as Mimi says, they didn't move. You had to wait your turn. A wise star-to-be knows the value in patience. In 2000, 8 years after joining the company as an apprentice, Mimi was promoted to principal. She is as grateful to have stayed in Houston as we are to have seen her dance. There was always something new to learn, new challenges, new facets to plumb. Why go anywhere else? Mimi has called herself the bridge between generations, honing the basics with former artistic director Ben Stevenson, and then expanding her horizons under current director Stanton Welch. Her star was ascendant under Stevenson, but when Welch assumed directorship in 2003, he found in her that rare combo of American jazziness and European sophistication. She can be fragile and delicate, Welch has explained, yet imbued with that special American quality of speed and energy. Those long legs are a definite plus, as well as her phenomenal port de bras. Welch brought about her sexiness in Indigo, a role created on her when she was still a soloist, and Welch a guest choreographer. He emphasized her classical lines, setting his Swan Lake on her when she was a principal and he the artistic director. Her tomboyish can-do-anything spirit is amply demonstrated as Slewfoot Sue in his Pecos Bill segment from Tales of Texas. Her prodigious dance talent runs the gamut, from the ultramodern to the ultimate Everests of classical ballet. William Forsythe's In the Middle Somewhat Elevated, Yuri Kilian's Svadebka, Trey McIntyre's Bound, and Second Before the Ground, Welch's Velocity and Divergence, Giselle and Merry Widow, Balanchine's Theme and Variations, and Serenade, Swan Lake, and Sleeping Beauty. To be truthful, there is nothing in the repertoire that Mimi could not dance. She's not a supernova for nothing, but like all stars in the heavens, sooner or later they must burn out. Although they are gone, their light still reaches us many years in the future. Mimi has left us with innumerable, indelible performances, the light from which will not be extinguished. Their memory will remain. She will now cast her incandescent glow as mother to Teddy and wife to Bob. They will be her stage. It's my turn to clap for somebody, she explained, with that clear-headedness that is so much a part of her deep appeal. Dear Mimi, you will be sorely missed at Houston Ballet, but you have left an indelible legacy for all those youngsters with their own stars in their eyes, who dream of sugar plums and swan queens, or just moving rapturously to music across the stage. They will look to you, inspired by your brightness, your dedication, your grit, your love of the art that you have served so admirably, your impeccable technique, your warm smile, and your abiding love of family. How rare it is to find all these qualities in one person. How rarer still for us to have lived during the era to see it. We thank you for the celestial memories. Mimi, bonne chance to your next career.